A very warm welcome to all my dear students. Hope you all are doing well and enjoying your e-learning classes. Today I am glad to present a new chapter from the new buzzword textbook, Chapter 3, The Papayas Adventure, followed by the workbook, worksheet number 3, The Cat. Let's start with a short summary of the lesson. I know most of you must be having pets at home and everybody likes to keep them. But remember children, if you keep pets, you need to be fair enough with them, just like Meera and Niren. Papaya was an odd name to give a grey and white tabby cat. She loved eating the fruit papaya and was a good travelling cat. Papaya became a real tourist when Meera and Niren and their parents took her to stay in a houseboat in Kashmir. To know more about Papaya, you have to read the chapter and understand how Meera and Niren took care of the cat. Students, read the lesson Papayas Adventure carefully and comprehend the questions orally which are at the end of the lesson in page number 36. Today, we will cover the grammar topic, adverbs, and in vocabulary, we will learn about fixed expressions. Before we start, let us revise a little about adverbs. What is an adverb? An adverb is a word that describes or gives more information about a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. To make it simple, adverb is a word that tells something more about a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. It tells how, when, and where the action happens. Adverb describes verbs. Now let us understand with a few examples. The first one, adverb and verb. In this example, he drove slowly. One of the things adverbs do is modify verbs. This means that they describe the way an action is happening. The word slowly helps us in giving more information about the word drove. Next we have adverbs and adjectives. Adverbs can also modify adjectives. For example, he drove a very fast car. Fast is the adjective and the word very modifies it. Now, let us understand about adverbs that describe another adverb. The scientist quite easily solves the problem. Here, easily is describing the action of the problem. So, it is an adverb. But the word quite is used here to describe easily. So, quite is an adverb here and is actually describing the word easily. Let us now understand the types of adverbs. There are 10 different types of adverbs. A few of them are given below with examples. Let us start with the first one, adverb of time. Adverb of time tells us when the action takes place and it answers the question when. The adverbs used here are already, ago, before, yesterday, never, soon. Let's understand it with an example. I have heard this before. The question asked here is, when did you hear this? The answer to it is, I have heard this before. The word before tells us that it is adverb of time. Let's move on to the next one, adverb of frequency. Adverb of frequency tells how frequently an action takes place and it answers the question how often. The words used here are always, never, usually, normally, sometimes, once. Let's understand it with an example. I never eat junk food. How often do you eat junk food? The answer is, I never eat junk food. The word never tells us that it is adverb of frequency. Let's move on to the next one, adverb of manner. Adverb of manner tells us in what manner the action takes place and answers the question how or in what manner. The adverbs used here are so, slowly, badly, delightfully, loudly. The example given here is, she speaks loudly. What's the question you're going to frame? How did she speak? The answer you get is, she speaks loudly. The word loudly tells us that it is adverb of manner. Next we have adverb of degree. Adverb of degree tells the extent or degree to which an action is performed for and it answers the question how much or to what extent. The adverbs used here are almost, nearly, to, fully. The example given here is, I am fully prepared. How much are you prepared? The answer is, I am fully prepared. The word fully tells us that it is adverb of degree. Now that we have seen a few types of adverbs, let's focus on two of them, that is, adverb of degree and adverbs of frequency, which is given in your course book. Let's start with adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree tell us the intensity or tells us how strong or weak something is. For example, she had eaten nearly half of it. It was too cold. Nearly and to are adverbs of degree. They tell us how strong or weak something is. The other adverbs of degree include words like almost, absolutely, completely, deeply, totally, and so on. Adverbs that answer the question how much or to what extent are known as adverbs of degree. The view from the top is very beautiful. The adverb very is an adverb of degree which modifies or which describes the adjective beautiful. Next, why are you eating the popcorn so quickly? Please note that in this sentence there are two adverbs. One is so and the other one is quickly. The adverb so is an adverb of degree which modifies the adverb quickly, that is, which describes another adverb quickly. I totally enjoyed the ride. The adverb totally is an adverb of degree and it modifies the verb enjoyed. Let's move on with adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency tells us how often something happens. For example, Papaya was never even allowed to peep. We'll take care of her ourselves, like always. Never and always are adverbs of frequency. They tell us how often something happens. Other adverbs of frequency include words like usually, normally, often, sometimes, occasionally, seldom, rarely, and never. Look at this pyramid. It allows us to understand how various adverbs of frequency can be used in sentences. Adverbs of frequency always describe how often something occurs. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never are words that we use to talk about frequencies of our actions. They are called adverb of frequency. Always means that you do things every day. Let's say 100% of the time. Never means the opposite, so 0%. Words like usually, often, sometimes follow a decline order. This means you do a thing less and less. Let's see a few examples. I always wake up at 6 o'clock. I usually come home after work. I normally swim after school. Please go through the rest of the sentences to understand the concept better. Take out page number 37 in your textbook and start doing section A. Complete these sentences with the correct adverbs of degree from the box. The clues are given there. You can take the help of the clues and fill the blanks which are given below. Let's try the first one. Lata is dash as tall as Aarti. Lata is almost as tall as Aarti. Next, we could dash hear the speaker. We could hardly hear the speaker. Next, the soup was quite hot to be drunk. Students, I have tried answering 3 sentences along with you. Now, the sentences which are left, you will do it all by yourself. Let's move on to section B. Circle the adverbs of degree in these sentences. Let's try the first one. It is very warm today. What is the adverb here? Very. So, circle very. Next, Dia was entirely sure that her sister had hidden her socks. What is the adverb here? Entirely. Next, the theatre was almost empty. The answer is almost. Now try doing the other 3 sentences by yourself, students. In page number 38, you have section C. Tick the adverbs of frequency in these sentences. The first one is already done in your textbook. Raza normally finishes his homework before the evening. The answer to this sentence is normally. Let's try the next sentence. I usually took the bus to return home from school. The answer is usually. Next, Arun cleaned his room every week. The adverb of frequency in this sentence is every. Students, sentences 4, 5 and 6 will be done by yourself. Let's move on with section D. Ratan has shown how often he does something by putting a tick for always, a cross for never, and a question mark for sometime. Write down how often Ratan does these things. Number 1. Wake up early in the morning. We have a tick mark here. Ratan always wakes up early in the morning. Question number 2. Go to the park to exercise. Here we have a cross. So, we will use never as the adverb. Ratan never goes to the park to exercise. Next, eat breakfast with my grandfather. We have a question mark here. Therefore, we will use the adverb sometimes. The right sentence for this question is, Ratan sometimes eats breakfast with his grandfather. Students, now question number 4, 5, 6 and 7, you will do it all by yourself. Section A, B, C and D will be done in the textbook itself. Let's move on to another important aspect of grammar, that is vocabulary. In vocabulary, we will study about fixed expressions. What is a fixed expression? A fixed expression is a combination of words that are always used together and are fixed and can't be changed. The only thing that can be changed is the pronoun or tense. Fixed expression consists of two words joined by a conjunction. The words in a fixed expression are always used in a particular order and form a whole chunk or set phrase. Some examples of fixed expressions are as follows: short and sweet, neat and tidy. Far and wide. The meaning of far and wide is over a large area. By and by. Peace and quiet. Safe and sound. Odds and ends. Meaning of odds and ends is many different kinds of things. Step by step. That is gradually. More and less. Meaning of more and less is almost or roughly. I hope you understood what is a fixed expression. Now let us move on to the exercise. Turn to page number 40 and complete these sentences with the correct fixed expression from the table given in page number 39. That brings us to the end of part 1. We will continue the chapter in part 2.